Navigating Philosophy 1040 and Philosophy 1030. I am showing you a preview of Philosophy 1040, and while the subject matter is different for 1040 and 1030, the way you navigate the courses are essentially the same. To begin with, there are a number of ways to navigate the desire to learn content. From the home page, you have access to 4 main drop-down menus. The second and third drop-down menus are essentially shortcuts. Communication allows you to jump directly to the discussion boards and email. Assessment allows you to jump directly to the drop boxes, quizzes, and your grades. That said, I have set up the course so that everything is accessible from the course materials drop-down menus. First, click on the course materials drop-down menu. Then select Content. The first thing to note is that I break up the course content into main modules numbered 1 through 5. Let's go to module number 2. By clicking on module 2, it opens the weekly submodules. In this case, weeks 4 through 5. Let's go to week 4. At the top, on the right-hand side, you can see a mini schedule. As you can see, there is a required reading and 3 particular assignments: a discussion board assignment, a quiz, and a thought experiment, also called an applied learning essay. Each of these assignments are associated with required reading. Let's go to the assignments in week 4 by clicking on the assignment module. For this week in 1040, we will cover eudaimonia ethics. In most cases, the required reading will be from the textbook. In this case, there's a supplementary article, Greek Ethics and Moral Theory. After reading and studying the textbook reading or the supplementary article, my suggestion is to do the discussion board first. You do the discussion board by clicking on the appropriate link. Now, the discussion boards are not timed, but they are useful for getting feedback from your peers and instructor. This will help you develop a fuller understanding of the material. After the discussion board, I'd recommend taking the quiz. You take the quiz by clicking on the appropriate link. The quiz is time. Expect to see multiple choice and/or true-false questions. Finally, after doing the discussion board and the quiz, take the applied learning essay or thought experiment by clicking on the appropriate link. The thought experiments are timed. You will be required to watch a brief video. Make sure to look for particular issues in that video that interest you. There are multiple issues. Choose one. Then you will need to think about how the weekly readings interact with those particular issues in the video. If you spent enough time studying the weekly readings, the thought experiments should be a breeze for you. In most cases, I ask how a particular philosopher or how someone who embraces a particular ethical point of view will respond to those sorts of issues. And in all cases, I am only asking for your understanding. Students often make the mistake of overthinking the material in the effort to find an answer that they think that their professor wants to hear. But that's not how philosophy works. I am looking for your reasoning. Like in mathematics, I could care less about the answer to the problem as I do about your work on the problem. As a final important note, access to the assignment ends when the modules end. In this case, access ends on October 7th. And you can see this by clicking on Module 2 and scrolling all the way to the bottom. So your access to those 9 assignments in Module 2 will end on October 7th. Something I've changed this semester is that you can do nearly any assignment early. This should give you some flexibility in planning. Even so, I strongly recommend that you avoid doing the modules out of order. And in any case, don't wait until the last minute to do assignments. Philosophy is a subject that requires intensive reflection. If you haven't thought about the subject matter sufficiently, I will be able to tell that in your answers, and your grade will reflect that accordingly.
That's all I have for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for your kind attention. Take care.